Okay, welcome everyone. Good evening from China. Our meeting will start very soon. Before it started, I will explain to you the rules of the webinar today. All participants should be on cam and turn off the microphone during the keynote speaker session. Section 1. Keynote speaker presentation will take around 1 hour. Section 2. QA session will take around 30 minutes. All participants that have questions can write on the QA column. The question can be written in English. Okay, it's time for us to start. I'm Stacy. It is precious chance for me to be a moderator in this webinar today. Thank you very much for your valuable time to participate in this webinar, which is conducted by Vega Group. And in this webinar, we will launch our new product, Clostide. Now, let me introduce keynote speaker and the joint speaker of this webinar, Mr. Will and Mr. Cao. Mr. Cao is the Vice President in Green Technology Research Institute, and he is also the PhD in Animal Nutrition and Feed Science of Zhejiang University. Mr. Will, he is a product manager, and he's with 10 years marketing and sales experience for the feed additives, especially knowing about the Clostide. This is the agenda of this today's webinar today. And the Vega Group provides one-stop solutions to improve nutrition, health, and performance in animals, giving you peace of mind. Within almost 50 countries, animal nutritionists, veterinarians, and producers worldwide have partnered with us, recognizing superior research of Vega Group. First, I would like to take around 10 minutes to give you a short presentation of our company. Make children's food healthier, this is our commitment. And this is Jason Liu. He's the president of the whole group. He's also the Chinese honorable expert, and he got the master from Zhejiang University. And this is the history. We began the business in 2003. Till now, we have only 18 years history, but the whole group grows very fast. Till now, we have more than 6 factories in China and also abroad. And also, we plan to go to the stock market next year. Why the group grows so fast? Because we built 3 very specific business mode, superior research, skilled production, and platform-based distribution. The first business mode is superior research. We focus more on the research. For our research, we have 1 research academy and 3 research institutes. Dr. Yang Caimei, she's the leader of the Green Technology Research Academy. And also for our academy, we got the Chinese Science Academician Oxidation Award. And the left picture, this is the research building of the whole group. We have more than 50 researchers. Most of them are graduated from the famous university in China. And for our technology, we have a very experienced and advanced technology. For example, molecular inclusion, solid dispersion, instant soluble, microcapsule, pellet, etc. And for the probiotics, we got unique, innovative certificate, which means that we are the first manufacturer in China to produce the Clostridium botulinum and Bacillus caniformis. Since we are the first manufacturer, so we are also a standard maker in China. In the probiotic industry in China, there are only 3 this kind of certificates. We got 2 of them. For our research, we have many patents. And also we got many honors. For example, in 2019, we got the Academician Award. And also in the same year, we got the National Science and Technology Progress Award. Here is some of the pictures of the research center. The second business mode is skilled production. We have 7 factories in China and also abroad. The first one we have in Russia. This is the joint venture factory producing feed additives. And also Shenzhou Vega. This is the first manufacturer in China produced the zinc bastration. And Zhejiang Vega, this factory is produced the feed additives and also veterinary preparation. Totally capacity is 100,000 metric tons every year. And the Zhejiang Vega Factory 2, this factory is mainly for premix. The annual capacity is 5,000. Zhejiang Huijia, this is our probiotic factory. The capacity is 15,000 every year. And also Huijia Plant 1 is for herbal extract. And also we have 1 factory in Indonesia for the rumen bypass fat. This is a probiotics factory. We have 2 fermentation line, liquid fermentation and the solid fermentation. And this is the feed additive and veterinary factory. And this is a factory in Russia. This is a factory in Indonesia. For our production, for our factory, we are building 1 factory, 1 theory, 1 line for 1 product. So we have more than 40 specific lines. Here you can see some of the equipment and production line. This is for probiotic production line. And this one is for the butyrate production line. The butyrate series, the capacity is 10,000 metric tons every year. This is for biotin 2%, capacity is 3,000. And for our products, we got many international certificates like the GMP Plus, Famicus, and also local GMP. And also every year we accept many customers audit our factory. For example, in China, we have Gagyu audit our factory, etc. The third business mode is platform-based distribution. Since we have different factory and each factory have different products, so offering our customers the one-stop service chain. So for our products, we have the nutritional additives, functional additives, treatment, premix, and also we have the raw materials. We hope through our abundant production line and our service, we can serve different customers like integrators, feed mills, farms, etc. And from the simple business, and then finally establish deep like joint venture business with our customers. We have many business units in all over the world. Like in Russia, we have factory. We have warehouse in Belgium and the US, and also we have office in Brazil. In China, in different provinces, we have our sales platform. Through the local sales platform, we can not only sell Vega's product, but also we can import the international brand and then spread into China. Every year we have many seminars, webinars and seminars in online and offline. This is our warehouse. We have 2 warehouses. This is one of them. It is 8,000 square meters. And for our business, we have covered more than 50 countries, and also we have abundant working experience with big clients. In China, almost the top 30 feed mills are our partners, like Wins, New Hope, CP, and Twins, etc. So through our superior research, we offer valuable products And then through the skilled production, it can highly increase the production efficiency. And then through the platform-based distribution, it can share our benefits to our customers. This is our short presentation of our group. Hope you can know something about our company. Now let's come to the next agenda. Before I welcome the keynote speaker, I will show you one short video.
Unlocking probiotic effect with postbiotic. Probiotics are popularly used, but effect is difficult to evaluate. Since it's uncertain whether it can adapt to intestine, especially hinder gut, or whether it adequately reproduce and metabolize within the passage period. So how about directly delivering the effective metabolites of probiotic into intestine? Above problems can be avoided. Clostide, probiotic plus postbiotic, directly antibacteria. Postbiotics inside is produced by the right strain, Bacillus licheniformis HJ0135, that has 20 times antibacterial ability than common strain. Ribosome-modified protein and lichenisin, which shows strong antibacterial effect, at 9-8 ppm, can inhibit Clostridium perfringens by 95%, while at 391 ppm, can inhibit Staphylococcus aureus by 91%. Cellulase, casease, amylase, that has the comparable activity of 1000 U per gram, 500 U per gram, 100 U per gram separately. Clostide, probiotic plus postbiotic, directly antibacteria. It shows proven scientific data. 500 grams per ton Clostide improve flatulence of grower, finisher pigs within 3 days, almost recover within 1 week. 500 grams per ton reduce the incidence of sow flatulence by over 80%. 500 grams per ton decrease diarrhea rate of weaning pig obviously. 1 kilogram per ton recover laying rate from 80% to 90% in layers with necrotic enteritis within 5 days. Dirty eggs are greatly decreased. 300 grams per ton control wet dropping by 40% in broiler. Bugamax knows power of good probiotic.
Okay, now let us welcome the speaker, Mr. Will, to deliver the first webinar session. During his presentation, if you have any question, you can leave a message on the question and answer area. Now, Mr. Will, the time is yours.
Okay, so firstly, good day to everyone, and thanks for your time to join us for our webinar. I'm Will Pan from Vigamex. So today I would like to take this opportunity to share our new breakthrough in probiotic, which name is Clostide. In the few past years, due to the prohibition of the antibiotic use in feed, the numbers of alternative additives have increased rapidly. And among these, the probiotic have increased more than 20% year by year. Because the mechanism of the probiotic is to occupying the intestinal site and competing the nutrition and oxygen, etc., to against the harmful bacteria. And also the probiotic will produce the postbiotic in the intestine, which including the bacteria, antibacterial substance, nutritions, and digestive enzymes. So this is the fundamental way how the probiotic works. And under now the lower antibiotic use, the antibiotic use, the requirement of probiotic is not only to remain the floral balance, but also antibacteria function. And from these different strains, they have a much different performance. And we figure out the Bacillus laciniformis have obviously the antibacterial ability. But in fact, during the traditional production, we can find very less content of postbiotic. Let's see, this is one of the traditional production method. And during the centrifugation process, it will lose almost 90% the postbiotic, which is fermented in liquid fermentation. And again, it will lose 30% during the spray dry. So finally, the finished product mostly is contain very few postbiotic. And also the probiotic, when it goes into the intestine, the probiotic reproduction is also limited or uncertain, because it may be not adapt to the hinder gut or cannot quickly reactive when there's no oxygen or the temperature nutrition is not suitable for them. So how to make the probiotic and the postbiotic directly into the intestine? This is our new thinking of the probiotic R&D. Our Vigamex have more than 20 years research in probiotics from China. And actually we are the first and second probiotic new product certificate owner from China, which is the Clostridium butyrican and the Bacillus laciniformis. And now, after the year-by-year achievement, we are now contain more than 2,000 strains in our lab. In the past few years, Vigamex is continuously innovating our probiotic and the deeper and deeper concept, step by step. From 2009, we are innovating to produce the probiotic, which have a higher content as possible to make our product cost efficiency. And then to the 2012, we realized actually the quality does not only depends on the content of probiotic, but mainly depends on the strain of probiotic. So we optimize our process to research the probiotic system, evaluate whether it can survive in the intestine, and if it can quickly produce the metabolites in the intestine. And then we successfully select the strain, which is 10 times repopulation ability from the original one. In 2017, we discovered a new strain, which has quite strong antibacterial effect in Clostridium perfringens. The inhibited zone we find is, normally the strain is 7 millimeter to 50 millimeter, but we find this strain have better inhibited zone, which can achieve 33 millimeter. Now, to research the probiotic in high antibacterial effect, we are aware the importance of postbiotic, and it is necessary to combine as much as possible to our finished product. So we spent 3 years to culturing this strain, and we are research and develop our production technology and the production process to this strain. After 11 times, including and breeding, and also the over 1,000 tests of postbiotic strain, we finally obtained this strain, which can have 20 times antibacterial ability from the original one. But we've realized that different fermentation methods having different results for the finished product. Here we can see we use different medium to culture the probiotic. We get the different inhibit zone for the harmful bacteria, because normally we find if the inhibit zone over than 15 millimeter, it is a great sensitive, and between 10 to 50 millimeter is like medium sensitive, and 7 to 9 millimeter is low sensitive. If the inhibit zone less than 7 millimeter is not sensitive. So by use different culture for the fermentation, we find the same strain have totally different inhibit zone for those harmful bacteria. And also by the production process, the retention rate we got from the finished product, it will be a maximum 50% influence for the antibacterial inhibit zone. For example, here we got 12 inhibit zone in E. coli for one test, and we also can find 18 millimeter inhibit zone from retention 3. So that means the different fermentation method, the different production method will also cause the different results, even the strain is same. So to optimize our potential strain, we tried and developed the different fermentation method, and we finally get the obvious effect on the finished product. It totally took us 3 years to get the final finished product, the Clostide. This product, we can see we have 3 major advantage. First is the super antibacteria function. Second, the green and the safety. Third is strong resistance strength. So let's take a look for the first advantage. We test the inhibit zone for both E. coli, Salmonella, Staphylococcus, and the Clostridium perfringens. This strain, Clostide, is show very high sensitive for Staphylococcus and the Clostridium perfringens, and also the medium sensitive for E. coli and Salmonella. So we can see this product is strong inhibit for both G negative and G positive, and especially it is especially for inhibit Clostridium perfringens. And second, we to compare the different alternative additives to replace antibiotic in the market, we find the Clostide also show very good performance among these for those normal harmful bacteria. It also have a good performance. And also by dilute 2,000 times Clostide, we also can find out it have a very good inhibit zone for Staphylococcus and the Clostridium perfringens. That means if we add 500 grams per ton in feed, it still have good effect for Clostridium perfringens and the Staphylococcus. Also, we did a MIC test, which you can see under 98 ppm, it can inhibit about 95% Clostridium perfringens, and under 780 ppm, it can inhibit 90% Staphylococcus. Also, when we did the intestinal cells test, we can find out this test is the intestine which is affected by Salmonella. And by use Clostide, it can efficiently reduce the influence for the harmful bacteria, and also can effectively reduce the damage of the ROS reaction of gene in the intestinal. Second, it is the green and safe. First of all, our product is tested and approved by the third party. Second, the probiotic, now it is combined with postbiotic, so it is show better effect than those products only contain probiotic. And third, this strain is natural and it is not a gene modification one. The antibacteria postbiotic is we well isolated and analyze it. We find it has a molecular weight about 1,000 to 4,500 Dalton. The component is separately identified as a ribosome modified protein and the mechanism with different structure. So you may have questions because the bacteriation is also fermented by Bacillus laciniformis. So is the Clostide same as a bacteriation product? So we can take a look of this HPLC test. You can find this time of the curve of bacteriation is totally different from the Clostide. So that means these two products is totally different product. And we also do the completely comparison of the antibacteria product, antibiotics, compared with our Clostide. More than 200 different antibacteria compare, more than 200 antibiotic product compare, we find there's this product is not belong to any of these antibiotics. And at the same time, our customers may ask if this product will cause the drug resistance. So firstly, we need to understand the method of the Clostide to antibacteria. It is to damage the cell wall of the harmful bacteria to release the content of the harmful bacteria. So during this method, it does not affect any metabolic system. So it is no way to cause any drug resistance. And the third advantage of Clostide is the strong stress resistance. We are researching whether this antibacterial function affect by, for example, the high temperature, acid, or any other environment. So firstly, we put our Clostide into gastric acid under 37 degrees 2 hours. We can find, compared with the control group, the inhibited zone is basically no change. That means the Clostide is no any effect by the gastric acid. Also, we did a water bath test under 80 degrees from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. Compared with control group, you can also see our Clostide is showing no difference inhibit zone. So that means there's no effect from high temperature. And the fourth advantage is the Clostide have high enzymatic hydrolytic capacity. We tested the enzyme produced by Clostide. It is relatively similar as the cellulose, casein, and the amylase. So now you see this advantage in vitro. So how it is the result in vivo. Next, we will like to share the trials we did our side for swine, poultry, and aquaculture. So firstly, we see these trials for sows. This is the test 300 sows from one of the large big pig farm in Jiangsu province in China. And the test, we separate three group, control group, the Clostide 300 gram per ton and the Clostide 500 gram per ton. The test is from the 90 days after pregnancy until the weaning piglets to 21 days age. We can see the constipation rate and diarrhea rate for the piglet is significantly reduced, and the weaning pig average daily gain is increased. And also for the test in the piglet, we find that the diarrhea is reduced more than 70%. And also the average daily gain, the average feed intake is increased. This is the challenge test for the Clostridium perfringens and the E. coli. By using Clostide 300 gram per ton and 500 gram per ton, we can find the numbers of Clostridium perfringens in the colon reduced 100 times during 20 days and reduced 12 times 42 days. And also same as E. coli, it is also significantly reduced. And also we test the short chain fatty acid in the colon. We can find those butyric acid, acetate acid, propagated acid is increased. We also analyze the structure of the intestine. We find the structure of intestinal flora and metabolites in selenium was also significantly improved by use our product Clostide. This test is a test for growing pig, 480 pigs, 70 days old. And by test, 200 gram per ton Clostide and 300 gram per ton Clostide, we can see the average weight is improved 2.77 kilogram, and FCR is reduced from 2.6 to 2.45. And next test is for the broiler. We did a Clostridium perfringens challenge for the broiler, and we find by using 200 gram Clostide and 300 gram per ton Clostide, the Clostridium perfringens content is significantly reduced. And also when we check the challenge group, the ileum and the liver is very seriously damaged. But when we check the Clostide 300 gram per ton feed group, it is very good improved. Also, by use Clostide, we have a very better growth performance for broiler, and it is significantly reduced the enteritis rate. It is from the 8.7% to 3.2% by using 300 gram per ton Clostide. Also, when we check the intestine, we find the bleeding points compared with control group. The Clostide group is having better recovery. We also find the result from experience that the Clostide can effectively reduce the relative abundance of harmful flora in selenium, and also adjust the cellular flora structure of broiler, increase the diversity of cellular flora. And the test in layer by using 200 and 300 gram per ton Clostide, we can find the better laying performance by seeing the qualified egg rate increase and also reduce from the mortality rate. Also, we can see here, by using Clostide in layer, we can reduce the detective rate of Clostridium perfringens from 6.2 to 1.4, and also to increase the egg quality by seeing the relative weight of egg yolk. Also, we did a test for aquatic products. We did a test in tilapia, and by using Clostide, we also can see very good result, a very good growth performance of tilapia. So we can see there's quite obvious effect of Clostide by our evidence vivo and vitro. So how we make sure the quality is standard. So here we promise the product you receive can be also show the inhibited zone results in your own lab, which we showing here just now. So we think this will be directly prove our product is a good results product. And we believe the new launch of Clostide will certainly promote the probiotic R&D and also help more healthy farming of animal industry. Here we also share the suggestion dosage for the different animals. So at the end, I would like to make a conclusion for this product. This Clostide, which is combined with probiotic and postbiotic, is having directly antibacterial function, which having strong inhibit ability to Clostridium perfringens and both effect in G-negative and G-positive bacteria. Thank you.
Okay, thanks to Mr. Will for the good presentation of the first session for Clostide. Hope everybody know basic information and its function of Clostide. If something not clear, you can leave us the message. Till now, we have finished the first session. Now, let us come to the next question and answer session. In the second session, Dr. Cao and Mr. Will answer the participants' question. And also my colleague Alice will assist for the translation if needed. Dr. Cao has long been engaged in the research and the development and the application of feed additives for livestock and poultry, especially have many abundant experience in the probiotics. And also he has published many papers at home and abroad, while Mr. Will has more than 10 years experience in the marketing and the sales area. Okay, now let's come to the question. Okay, so we will begin from the first one. Is this product, this question is from Mr. Elsate. Is this product only for prophylactic or can be used also for treatment? This question I will invite Dr. Cao.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. Yes, Clostide also can be used for the treatment, and according to our previous studies, and we found that the Clostide used in the internet. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Clostide, the dosage of Clostide is around 1 kilometer per ton. Can clear very good performance in the poultry and piglet production. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And the second question from Mr. Diego. Which is the main difference between Clostide and your product Active3 we have in registration process now? I would like to invite Mr. Will to answer this question.
Okay, so the regular product probiotic mostly contains the few postbiotic. So need rely on the probiotic reproliferation. So the effect varies from the stability, adaptability, and reproducibility. So it is quite to evaluate, but Clostide is a probiotic which is combined with postbiotic. So we promise that the antibacterial effect that you can verify in your lab is more directly, and can avoid many uncertainties for probiotic. Yeah, yes, that's my answer.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Will. Now let us come to next question from Rain. Do you have any study on synergetic effect with some AGP and the trial results? For this question, I would like to invite Dr. Cao.
Okay, thank you. Yes, we did some studies on the synergic effect with some AGP, and yes, they can work together and also can play very well under some concern, some situation. Firstly, AGP, the long-term using of AGP will have the drug resistant, which causes the bad eye, the worst effect and the higher cost. We all know that, and then use some alternative additive to partly take place of the AGP's good choice. And secondly, long-term using of GGP will also damage the intestinal microflora balance. So use Clostide can help recover the microflora balance in the intestinal of the host. And also the data and the result also take a good balance performance for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Cao. Let us come to next question. Whether it can be used in livestock like sheep, goat, and cattle. For this question, I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so for example, first we talk about the ruminant. For those young animals, it will also have a diarrhea problem caused by, for example, Clostridium perfringens. So yes, it is suitable to use a Clostide to treat diarrhea for those young animals, young ruminant animals. For the aquaculture product, we need to consider the much higher pelleting temperature. So we need to use Clostide, which is under 110 degrees pelleting temperature. That's my answer. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's come to next question. Hello. The client wants to know the key ingredient of Clostide. Key ingredient of Clostide is metabolite of Nicaniformis. Does regular probiotics produce metabolites with action in G negative and G positive bacteria as well? For this question, I would like to invite Dr. Cao.
Okay, thank you, Stacy. Yes, the Clostide can produce many kinds of metabolites. I mean, the beneficial metabolites we call the postbiotics. So of course, the regular probiotics can produce many kinds of metabolites, but their abilities are different. Even all names the strains like bacillus like nificans, but even each strain have different metabolites of different contents, and which bring different effect to the passengers. And the reasons why Clostide showed this strong antibacterial effect, I think we can know from the following three reasons. The first, the strain we chosen, it is through very scientifically selection, which can produce more than 20 times antibacterial substances than the normal strains. And the second, the fermentation progress we selected, which can help us to get as much as possible, as much as antibacterial substance as possible. And lastly, we also use the special PCP concentrations that also can help keep most of the post-beneficial metabolites in the finished products, which for the normal post processing that will lose more than more than 19% of the beneficial postbiotics. So finally, Clostide will also show the very strong antibacterial effect. That's the answer. Seriously, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Cao. Thanks for your information. And let's come to the next question from Yvonne. What are the presentation in which it is applied to the different animal species? For this question, I will also invite Dr. Cao. What are the presentation in which it is applied to the different animal species?
I think this because the Clostide has a very strong antibacterial function, and we also did a lot of a lot of in vivo and in vitro tests for the antibacterial effects, and also the Clostide we generated this production is mainly focused on the antibacterial effects. So also the Clostide can have a very good bacteria effects on the gram negative and positive passengers. So these Clostide products can be applied to different animal species. Thank you, Stacy.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question is from Gallos. Are there any studies against Vibrio or Pseudomonas? For this question, I would like to invite Dr. Cao to answer.
Sorry, I'm not very clear about the Vibrio.
客户问那个在弧菌和那个假单胞菌上面是不是有一些这个文献什么的？
水产的那种。
Okay. Yeah, the Clostide also can be used in the aqua animals like fish and shrimp and other animals, and also have a good effect I mean the antibacteria, vapor, and other pathogens in aquaculture production. Yeah, we did some studies and also have a relative charming result. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks very much. Okay. Next question. Please clarify. Clostide is consist of probiotic plus postbiotic, or the probiotic will produce the postbiotic after they grow in the animal intestine. For this question, I would like to invite Mr. Will to answer.
Okay, so yes, the Clostide is the composed both probiotics and postbiotics during production, and the postbiotic inside are actually already produced during our fermentation process, and when the product enter to the animal intestine, the postbiotic can left as much as possible, and in the meantime, it can be produced more when the probiotic enter to the animal intestine. And that's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Will. For next question, hello, Dr. Cao and Will. I have a question. Clostide have enzymatic activity besides probiotic activity. How can you explain these activities? For this question, I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so what we use is to use the commercial enzyme with different activity as the control group, and the Clostide as the test group. So we compare the digestion ability, and then after the test, we can find the enzyme activity inside the Clostide. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question from Mr. Elsate. What is the dose in treatment? I would like to invite Dr. Cao.
Okay, Mr. Elsate. Again, the treatment dosage of the Clostide, we suggest in poultry treatment, the Clostide we can use 1 kilometer per ton, and also in piglet we suggest 1 kilometer to 1.5 kilometers per treatment per ton in the production. And in aquaculture production, we suggest the Clostide treatment dosage is around 1 kilometer per ton. Thank you.
Okay, I think it is 1 kilogram per metric ton, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Cao. Let's come to the next question. For Active 3 and Clostide, do we have any synergetic effect? The strain in Active 3 is same as Clostide or not? This question I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so yes, for Active 3 and Clostide, it definitely have a synergistic effect when we use together, because the Clostide, because it contains more postbiotic, so it can have efficiently inhibit harmful bacteria, such as the Clostridium perfringens. And under a good environment in intestine, the Active 3 can multiple rapidly reproduction and nutrition the intestinal. And the question for if these are same strain, the probiotic strain is different. Like we show in presentation, we obtain more than 2,000 strains in our lab. And some strains having better reproliferation ability, which is in our active 3 product. And for Clostide, it is a different strain. HJ0135 is a Bacillus lecandiformis strain, can produce good antibacterial substance, but also contained with postbiotic. So it's different strain. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you very much. The next is the comments from our client Daniel. Good presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. Let's come to next question from Hemi. What results have been obtained in shrimp? For this question, I would like to invite Mr. Tao, Dr. Tao.
Okay, thank Stacy. Yes, we did some studies. We did some studies in the shrimps about the application of the Clostide, and the customers also gave us the result, which indicated that the Clostide had a good performance in good effect on promote the growth performance, and also as well as the antibacteria, I mean the pathogens. But we did not have the very detailed result. That's our answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question is also for aquaculture. From
I think yeah. I can give the answer.
Okay, you continue directly.
Thank you. Yes, the Clostide, I mean this strain, the Bacillus lecandiformis HJ0135. The strain itself, the strain have a very good anti-strain abilities. I mean, not only about the water breath, the higher temperature and the salty water, and also the very low pH. So these products, the Clostide, have a good performance under the salty water. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay. Next question. We mainly use two anti-Clostridium zinc pasteurization in feed. BMD in feed or found a suitable version. Do you have the comparison? I would like to for this question, I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so firstly, honestly speaking, in a lab test, the BMD inhibition effect is on the Clostridium perfringens is a little higher than Clostide. But Clostide is having much better effect than most alternative feed additives in the market. And second, from the application in the field, we have many experiments from China that by use equal dosage or a little bit higher dosage than pasteurizing product, it can help the farm stay in a similar situation or a better situation. And the third, we have a detailed test in the layer farm from China. When the laying rate decreased to 80%, by using amoxicillin 5 days, there's no improve. But we changed the to Clostide 1 kilo per ton. Use 5 days, the laying rate is recovered to 90%. So under certain situation, the Clostide will have a better result. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question from Mr. Elsett. There are some products promoted from USA and China have 5 and 6 types of bacillus for the same purpose. What are the differences between this product and others? For this one, I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, firstly, we will talk about the bacillus product, but here you understand our product is not only the probiotic, but also contain the postbiotic, which is different from many products in the market. Second, we all know it is not good to having more strain in one product. It is not the importance. The importance is either you contain more metabolites from the probiotic, or you make sure the strain is having strong proliferation ability during the intestine. So that's the key for probiotic. If you use normal or weak strain for as a combination of product, actually this product will enter the animal intestine to consume more nutrition, but less metabolized, which is no effect for animal, and maybe sometimes will make situation worse. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you very much. Next question from Helen. What is the ratio of probiotic and postbiotic in this product? For this question, I would like to invite Dr. Cao to answer.
Okay, thank you. The Clostide consists of 5% of probiotic strain and 19 and 95% of the postbiotic in these products. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, 5% probiotic and 95% postbiotic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. And the next question. How is the heat stability of Clostide? I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so we have did a test under 90 degree. It is totally no problem, and the highest temperature need to under 110 degrees for this product. That's my answer. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next question. What are the postbiotic components? Okay, I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so the postbiotic are mainly the antibacterial substance like ribosome modified protein and lecithin, and also the enzyme like cellulase, casein, and analase. And for antibacterial substance identification, we refine the ingredients produced by the probiotic one by one, and we got the one that have the strongest antibacterial effect, and send to the third-party lab in China to identify. So that's how we get it. That's my answer.
Okay. Next question. What's the dosification in calf diarrhea? I think this question is mainly asked for the dose for the calf diarrhea. I would like to invite Dr. Cao.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I think the dosage in cow diarrhea is according to the cow age and also the weight of the animal. Around if the animal is around 15 kilometers, I think we can use around 1 kilometer per ton. And if the cow is around 2 100 kilometers, I think the dosage should be double. Thank you.
Okay.
Stacy.
Let me check. You see that if the animals is around 15 kilograms, so the dose is 1 kilogram Clostide.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it is 200 kilogram, then the dose should be double, like 2 kilogram, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Thank you very much. Next, come to the next question. If there is a water soluble form from this product to be used in drinking water? For this question, I would like to invite Mr. Will.
Okay, so now Clostide is non-water soluble form, but the water soluble form we are under developing. So I hope soon we can also update you news. Now it's non-water soluble.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, on the QA column, there is no more questions. So if any customers have more questions, you can leave us the message so we can wait several more minutes. During the waiting, I have one question. I want to ask Dr. Cao. In
Yes.
broiler chicken trials, do you have any data to compare with antibiotics during the Clostridium perfringens challenging conditions?
Sorry, pardon.
Okay. In broiler chicken trials, do you have any data to compare with the antibiotics during the Clostridium perfringens challenge? 就是在肉鸡场，就是有夹膜梭菌的时候，对。
Yeah, we also we did the trial and the data showed it that the Clostide can play a very good performance in defending the Clostide challenging in poultry test. Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. And for all the answers that later we will clarify them and also send to our customers one by one. And also for some of the studies or the trials or reports, if needed, we can also send to you. And today, if no more questions, I think it's nearly the end of the this webinar. I would like to thank you, Mr. Will and Dr. Cao for the detailed information and the good presentation. It is come to the end of this webinar. Thank you very much for all the participants for the active participation today. And it is very good to see you online. And hopefully this webinar will take some benefits to everyone who attend. And if you have any more questions, you can send the email to any one of this, and also you can send to my colleagues that you already have contact with them. And last but not the least, stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you very much, and see you next time. And also, before the end of the webinar, there is a simple questionnaire to help us know whether you are satisfied or not satisfied of this webinar. So please help us to fill. And also we will launch this kind of webinars at times. So please try to attend us in future. And also it is for different, we will give presentation and also some introduction of different kind of products. For our next one is for sodium bitrate 400 plus with essential oil, and also for Active 3. So if you have time, please attend. Thank you very much, everyone. And thanks again for Dr. Tao and Mr. Will. Thank you.
Thanks,
and see you next time.